Hi.
I'm still cooking.
She's making pasta salad now.
I forget that I have to put it in the fridge. Like I can't just make it, Hot
Yeah.
pasta salad is sick.
No. I my husband makes an amazing, it's like part of a trash plate, a garbage plate or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Binging with Babish remade it. And my husband comes, his mom and uncles were born in Rochester, New York. So it's like a huge New York thing. And it's Zweigels with their hot sauce, which is just really hamburger like chili, basically,
Okay.
that they call hot sauce.
Okay.
And then they put this mac salad next to it, which is just phenomenal.
Yum.
And I love it. So I
That
always tell
sounds
Braden, I'm always tell Braden, I'm like, no, no, no. You have to make the pasta salad the day before. And he's like, why? Why?
it has to like sit. I
It's
should
not
have
about
made
it.
this last night, really, but
It's not about it sitting. I'm so sorry. I have a cold. If anyone can see me, my nose is red and I'm dripping. Um, it's not about it being cold. It's that I want it as soon as possible. So if I have to wait for it, absolutely not.
yeah, I
You
get
know?
that.
Yeah. Like I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
I get that. Also, why I'm trying to multitask because I'm telling you the time changed
Yeah,
and
it's
that
bad.
hour is screwing me. I don't,
Yeah.
and the town's on a boil order, so I'm saving milk jugs for my mother because we have a well.
What's a
So,
boil order?
like the water's not safe to drink, like there's been a main break
Oh,
or something. They're trying to find the main water break. They
from
can't find.
ice. Yeah.
So there could be contaminants. I don't know. But
Well, at least you're a good daughter.
yeah, I was like, well, we have a well, so she's like,
Okay. You want
yeah, they
some
can't find the
fries?
leaks, so we're probably gonna need some water. I was like, okay.
Okay. Brittany,
Hi,
you see
baby Kim.
her? Yeah.
Aw.
You're my good girl. Okay, so today now we're going to talk about the girl in the picture. I'm wrong. It came out in 2022. Um, I was giving birth then, so that's probably why I don't remember. But it is a true docu-series. It's a movie, so it's not a series. I'm so sorry. It's a documentary.
Yeah.
Um, and it tells the disturbing and tragic story of Sharon Marshall, a young woman whose true identity remained a mystery over several decades. The documentary unravels her life under the control of Franklin Delano Floyd, a convicted murderer, rapist, and fugitive. Sharon Marshall who was raised as Floyd's daughter, was actually Suzanne Sevakis, a girl that was kidnapped as a child under his court. Floyd, stop, buddy. It's really loud in my ear. Um, Under his coercion, forced into various identities, endured abuse, and ultimately found dead under suspicious circumstances in 1990. Um,
I just that the story is insane.
the story is actually insane. So they started out, and obviously they build the drama because that's what makes good shows, correct? Correct.
Of course.
So they have a deceased body. And was she dead at first? Or she was injured? She was ran over by a truck, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So
I watched
she
this a little
was,
while ago.
yeah, same. She was found extremely injured. No one knew who she was, blah, blah, blah. They couldn't figure it out. They found out that she worked at a strip club in, I think, Florida. Um, they found out that she had a child. They found out. a whole bunch of things about her. She ultimately died, and they thought that the husband did it. Turns out the husband was not the husband. The husband was actually her kidnapper, and he
Slash
kidnapped her.
father.
Yes, slash
Not actual
father.
father, but
No, he kidnapped her from her mother a long time ago, raised her as his own, and then started abusing her. And then when she was going through high school, her friends were remembering things like it was very weird, like
yeah,
she had to
there
wear
was that one
these,
girl on there that was like, she would say, "Oh, these things are like, oh, my dad just does these things."
yeah,
What did he
over
do? Oh, he
her
pulled out
bras.
lingerie
Yes.
in front of them, like he bought
Mhm.
them. I don't know.
And
Like
he
my
wanted
dad
her to
would
wear
never buy
them.
me lingerie.
Never. Oh my God. Talking
No.
about a thong was a fucking a nightmare for my dad.
Yeah, no.
He's like, what the? No, you're not wearing a thong.
No.
I'm like, I'm 30. I'm just kidding.
My heart hurts for what that girl went through
Oh,
because I mean her
totally.
whole life is just
Lies.
a disgusting, abusive, ugh, like I can't even. It was hard for me to watch, and I think that's why a lot of the details I don't remember. I watched it twice,
Yeah.
and I still can't remember. It's like I disassociate and
Oh, you
black
have
out from
to.
it.
It's so bizarre of
And just
how it
bad.
played out. Yes. And it's really bad. Like it's really, really bad. It's
Yeah, I
just
mean, her whole life essentially was
a lie.
sexual abuse, a,
Hmm.
a lie. Know who she died without knowing who her real family
Yeah,
was.
she had no idea that she was even missed, that she even missed anybody.
Yeah, which is
The child was safe though, correct? I'm gonna have to rewatch this one because I feel like I'm missing a lot of things.
honestly, I should probably
Um,
rewatch and literally like have my kid asleep
yeah,
and do nothing. Like put my phone away and force myself.
yeah. Um,
We've been distracted by sunshine.
I mean, I have a cold. I can't think straight at all to save my life. And I'm on Sudafed, so go figure. Um,
You want to try to rewatch it tonight?
Probably not. I'm not gonna make it because I had no sleep last night.
I honestly probably wouldn't end up getting to it either.
No, I mean, but it's a crazy story. If you haven't watched it, I definitely,
To see. Yeah, I mean, he essentially prostituted her out.
yeah. What
Like
was her
her whole
name?
life.
Yes. She worked in
Like she was working in a strip club, like,
underage.
yeah,
And then that one girl that found her friend who found the um porn video, he was videotaping her.
yeah. Ugh,
Yeah.
it's all just sickening.
Yeah.
I hate it. I I feel like anything with sexual abuse, I fast forward. Like books, documentaries, movies, I'm like, no, can't listen to that. Can you still not find your groceries?
I'm not even worried about it. Okay. So yes, he was murdered. The little boy, so Franklin Floyd and Sharon Marshall, that was her name at that time. Um their son, Michael Anthony Hughes, was murdered by Franklin Floyd.
Oh, he killed them
Floyd
both.
kid Yeah. In 1994, Floyd kidnapped 6-year-old Michael from his elementary school in Oklahoma. At the time, Michael was in foster care because DNA test had confirmed that Floyd was not the that's right, biological father. And after taking Michael, Floyd went on the run. Years later, in 2015, Floyd admitted to the FBI that he had murdered Michael shortly after the abduction. He claimed he shot the boy in the head to dispose of his body near the Oklahoma-Texas border, but Michael's remains have never been found.
I mean, who knows what actually happened to that poor
I know
boy? I mean,
that guy got away with so much, so much. Like it's
and
absolutely crazy how for decades he literally had his prey in his hands the whole time and no one
yeah.
said anything. The
Well,
government completely let her down again.
and okay, I get her mom was in a bad place and whatever,
She was giving them up to a
but yeah, like he literally was, didn't he like meet the mom in the church or
Mhm.
something?
Yep.
And then
Convinced her to give up the kids.
she literally was like, okay, here
Mhm.
you go. Like that just blows my mind.
A single mom of 3 children, though. I mean,
I get that, but it's like,
I think I would suffer as a single mom of
it's a
one child right
strange
now.
man.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was another thing of like, oh, this man, you met him in church, so you just believe that he's good? Like,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know. It
he's a
as a
God-fearing
mother, I
man,
can't
Brittany.
imagine.
I know. So sad.
I mean, honestly, you're better off dropping your kid off at a fire station where they
As you
will,
should.
find someone not like him. Like,
Well, you can only my husband's a firefighter. You can only drop off newborns at a firehouse, and you have to give them directly to them if there's a safe haven. You can't just drop them off on the doorstep. That's
well,
illegal.
there
That
are
is
some that have
abandonment.
boxes. Like,
Yes. Yes, there
but I
are.
guess only
But
really a newborn would fit in that.
yes, and you can't drop off your 2-year-old and hope that the dad will bring her home after a shift because that doesn't
Yeah.
happen either. I've also asked my husband, can I drop off? I'm
Well,
joking,
yeah,
obviously.
can't do that.
Yeah. He's like, no, that's just for newborns. I'm like, oh, okay.
Rude.
Yeah. And then they immediately go to the hospital. There's no in betweens. They don't try talking you out of it. They have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Firefighters, I've always said, literally, their only goal is to save you. So, whatever you're going through, whatever the case may be, they don't give a fuck. Just be truthful to them. Cops are a different story. And cops
Yeah.
have to do a number of things to get the answers.
Investigative
And
work.
yes, then they will lie to you to get the answers that they need from you. So firefighters do not work that way. They do not care. They don't want to lose a person. That's their
Right.
biggest thing. Their biggest thing is to make sure that everyone comes out alive. So, with that being said, you probably have a safe haven if you're having a hard time, or an unwanted pregnancy, or whatever the case may be, or
Sorry, I'm
you
being rude.
feel like you're going to harm your child, reach out, obviously.
Yeah.
This girl, um, Sharon Marshall, was
It's
just
sad because it's like, had her mom trusted almost anyone else,
right.
like,
Probably would have known.
like anyone else in that church probably could have helped and got her through to where she could keep her
But
kids. Or,
that's not how predators work. Predators work to find the weak and the
well,
people that
exactly.
need the help the most to gain the trust and say, I can help you, I can help you, I can help you. And then bam, you're a victim every time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
So they're
I think,
skillful at lying.
oh, absolutely.
It's like a second nature to them. But so crazy. I'm gonna bring up another my sister story because my sister is quite funny. They were here for New Year's Eve, and my mom and my brother-in-law, my sister, and my husband were here, and we were all playing a game. And I can't remember if we were playing Would You Rather or Bad Choices, but one of the cards said, have you ever been 86 from a bar? And it was my question,
Have you ate what from a bar?
ever been 86 from a bar?
Oh,
Okay. Earlier that day, we were at the Broadmoor, and then we went skating downtown. It was a great day. Okay.
yeah.
We had lunch at the Broadmoor. That's why I brought up the Broadmoor. Okay. So I asked my sister because I know the answer and I'm trying to get rid of my card. So once you get the answer and they say yes, you get to get that card gone. And that's the whole point of the game. You want no cards at the end of the game. Okay.
Okay.
So I look at my sister and I said, have you ever been 86 from a bar? And she looked at me dead in the face and said, I've never been to a bar. And my husband looked at her and said, Ariana, we were just in a bar earlier today.
What? Yeah, I was like, wait, what does
And
she mean?
she just started laughing. And I was like, wait, she said that with such conviction. She truly believes she's never been to a bar. And I was like, wait a minute. Didn't you get 86 from a bar back home? And she was like, I don't know what that means. And I was like, 86 means you can't come back. You're done. You're all done.
I don't
And
know
she
what
was
that
like,
means.
she's like, I don't remember doing that. Is that a bar? And I'm like, yeah, it's a dive bar, Ariana, actually.
Oh my gosh.
And 86 means that you cannot come back. And she's like, I don't remember that. And her husband looked at her and he said, oh, yeah, I don't have legs.
Oh my God. She's just blacking out those moments or what?
She was so drunk that she was trying to smoke cigarettes, but she doesn't do like ever. I think that's what she was doing. Don't hold me to that. But she was so drunk that they were like, you're cut off, you're all done.
You
And
cannot do this anymore.
but I was like, we've been to many bars together, actually.
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean? Hasn't everyone been to a bar?
So I think she associated the bar with the club, you know,
Yeah.
which
Like, what
if
does
I
she
would have said
consider a bar?
exactly, and I said a bar is anything that serves alcohol and has a bar. So that was fun. Braden's first question was to her as well. And he said, um, he's like, Ariana, do you complain about first world problems like they're third world problems? And she just died laughing. She's like, I thought we were close.
The betrayal.
Yeah. Normally my husband and my sister are on the same team for the most part. They're kind of like the same wavelength. And me and her husband are on the kind of same wavelengths. Obviously we're the funnier people, so naturally, but
Oh my God.
I about died. But I did find out through that fun game with my sister, my brother-in-law, and my mom that my husband and I have a very healthy sex life.
Oh my God. What an awkward game to play with those people.
I mean, they've been married for 11 years. And they have 4 children.
Well,
Like,
I'm more so talking about mom, I guess.
oh yeah, well, apparently she's never had sex except for twice.
Oh.
Go figure. I don't know how that worked. So,
Oh my God.
but yeah, like just lies just come. It's so sad. It's so sad because all these people that get abused like that, there's one type of person that keeps getting away with it, and it's the pedophiles and the really, really, really scum of the earth. And it's really sad because she died.
Mass manipulators.
Yep, she died not knowing the truth of who she was, what she could have done. She could have spoke up.
Well, I guess not if she didn't know any better. I mean, if
Well,
you are kidnapped that young,
right.
I mean, imagine how brainwashed.
Oh, completely. You're with a pedophile and a perpetrator. Like this person did everything to tell you that
Clearly
this was the right
abused her
way.
from day one.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it's so sad.
yeah,
So sad.
hurts my heart.
I forgot that he wasn't even the dad, but I mean, he was literally pimping her out as well as
Yeah.
abusing her. Just, there's crazy, crazy things in the world.
And this is why people are no longer letting their kids stay the night at other people's houses. You don't know
That's
who
not the
the
only,
fuck
yeah,
you were
that's not
going.
the only reason, but yeah, that's a big one.
Well, a good
It
one.
didn't the one girl got to spend the night, right? Her mom like
Yeah, and
conceded
she's
and
the
let
one that
her.
was like, what the heck?
This is
Like,
wrong. Something's
yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
And she told her mom, and then they
yeah.
started looking into it a
Like they're the
bit.
ones that realized that put it t together that they were not father and daughter
Daughter, yeah.
because she found her on Facebook, I think years and years later, or found her somewhere, and it said that they had gotten married.
Yeah,
Like, so,
yeah.
and
And
she was like, wait a
pictures.
minute, this was her dad.
Yeah. I mean, it's so sad. It's really so sad that people, I feel like our government wasn't prepared for how many people we have in the
Yeah.
United States,
Well,
especially back then, because this happened when?
yeah, I mean, was that the 80s?
I mean, it had to have been before that.
Or was it?
She was abducted as a young child in the late 70s, around
Oh,
4 or 5 years old when he took her. Oh yeah, and she got a scholarship to Georgia Tech, but then he's like, "No, you can't go."
yeah.
What?
Definitely held her back.
Yep.
Well, obviously. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, she died, so that's really sad. So if she was 4 or 5 in the late 70s. In 90s, she would have been in the 20-ishes.
yeah. Can't handle that. Like, he literally stole her life and then also stole
Totally.
the kid's
Everything.
her kid's life. It's like,
Yeah. He stole everything from her. Everything.
yeah.
She was 20 years old when she died, April 30th, 1990, on a hit and run. And everyone believes that he was the one that was hitting and running.
I believe it.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. Why would he not? He did everything else terrible to her. What makes you think that he's a stand-up guy and did that okay?
Yeah, no.
So sad. Okay. Well, next time we are going to talk about Anna Delvey, Inventing Anna, and then you have insights on your book that you read,
Yeah. I'll
My
have to
Friend Anna.
listen to like Cliff Notes or something to just remind.
What was
Yeah.
the book name? My Friend Anna?
My friend Anna.
Yeah.
It's about one of obviously the friends that was scammed by her.
Ooh, yeah,
So
we need to
it's
know what
her
she has to say.
version.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
gonna be fun. All right, well, we have
Yeah.
that coming up next week, and we will see you
All
then.
right.
Are you gonna say bye
Bye.
this time? There we go.
You were